Alright guys, what's going on? So today I'm going to quickly go over the new Sunblesa H11 headlamp. Now this is going to be the Gen 2 version, that's why I say the new one. You may recall a video I did probably about a year ago. I did a review on the Gen 1 version and I compared it to the Nitecore NU25 because as you can visibly see they're almost identical. So now I did have two main complaints about the H11 versus the Nitecore, where in my opinion the Nitecore was still the better value. Those two things were initially the price was cheaper on the Sunblesa and then they raised the price and there were I think like $1 difference. And the second issue I had was the Nitecore steps down the brightness of the light as the battery gets low. The original Gen 1 was pretty much it hits a certain point, just shuts right off. You have no warning that it's going to shut off. So that was kind of a deal breaker for me. So now we fast forward to the Gen 2 version. They fixed that problem, my main problem. The price is still going to be the same. It's going to be on par with the Nitecore NU25, but they did fix the issue of the brightness. It will actually step down as the battery goes dead rather than just shutting off. So that's a huge thumbs up for me as an improvement on this one. Let me start back at the beginning here. It does come in just a standard cardboard box, but they do include a zippered hard case for that little storage case. So inside that you can obviously, keep your headlamp all bunched up in there. And there is a spot with for the charging cable, and then there is the instructions, which for me personally, this would be nothing more than a storage container because this is going to go in my fanny pack when I'm out hiking. All right, so another improvement that they did make, and it's going to be kind of hard to see when I compare that if you look at them side by side, but they did, I'll throw a picture up on screen here. They did increase the size of this reflector, so it does change the brightness of it. Going through all the settings, the new version is definitely brighter than the old one. The old one was more of like a flood. It was a bright light, but it was just it just captured everything. So this one's going to be more of I wouldn't call it a floodlight because it's not like a super direct beam, but it is a little bit more focused, a little bit tighter. So you're going to have more of an area like this lit up in front of you rather than showing like this. So it's kind of less invasive to other people. And I feel, especially if you're night hiking, it's going to be more of in front of you so you kind of see what you're looking at on the ground rather than just kind of a wash of light across everything. So in my opinion, that is definitely an improvement over that. And comparing them side by side, this thing is brighter in almost all modes over the old version. I say almost all because you have, I'll turn this so it doesn't blind you. So you got your main light has, you got a low, medium, and your high. And to me, all these do seem brighter than this one. So then when we jump over here to the red, I have no noticeable, I can't tell a difference between the reds. To me, they're both the same. But then you've got these little white lights. And to me, these white lights are definitely brighter on the new version than the old one. So again, another improvement. Something else that they did, which is more just a cosmetic thing. The old one says headlamp, which, I mean, no kidding, right? Not a big deal. Now they changed it and they actually put their name on it. So just a cosmetic thing, but it is a change they made. And again, I'm going to throw that picture back up, but I'm going to show you right here where the power buttons are. To lock this out, you press and hold both buttons to lock it, and that way it won't turn on your bag. So it is nice that they actually put a little image of there, just kind of so you don't have to look at the instruction book if you're not familiar with it. It just kind of shows you with the lines, press and hold both of them, and you know to lock it out that way. Jumping ahead to battery life, if you saw my previous video, there was an issue like right out of the box. It lasted like, I can't remember, it was only like 45 minutes. Then I charged it, and then it jumped up to like 2 hours. And this was just to turn down constantly to let it die. And the more charges I got, the longer and longer it went, to the point where I felt battery life was on par with the Nitecore NU25. So then I take this thing right out of the box, and it went 6 hours on the highest mode 6 hours before it was dead, and it was slowly stepping down. It was to the point where it was going to be barely usable, you know, like in your tent. It'd be fine if it was that low. But the fact was, like I said, it did step down, so you knew without a doubt this thing's going to need a charge soon. But it was still usable, like right up to the end. So I can't give you a time frame to say like you're going to get 4 hours of perfectly good time in the last 2 hours. It's going to step down, but overall, I was definitely impressed with that battery life. All right, and as far as the red goes, I didn't test that because I do remember with the old one, I think it went like 12 hours. I mean, it was just ridiculously long. It's rated for 8 hours of you know, that. And the fact that it's going to step down voltage, without a doubt, I think you're going to get way more than 8 hours out of that. According to their Facebook page, the Gen 2 is supposed to come out sometime in April. So depending on you're watching this, it might already be out. So as of now, I can't say the price, what it's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be around $35 like the Gen 1 is. So price point, it's still going to be on par with the Nightcore, but the fact that they've improved pretty much everything that I personally complained about, I'd like to think that I'm the reason that they changed and went with that, but I really doubt. I was just one of the voices that complained. So I feel if you put them side by side, Nightcore or Sunblesa, you're not going to have... I can't say this is better than this one, you know what I mean? So I would have no trouble recommending the new Gen 2 version of the Sunblesa. I have no complaints anymore about it. All my gripes have been fixed, so I want to... On that note, I definitely want to say as a company, I'm very impressed with the way they operate, that they'll take customer feedback, complaints, and they feed off of that. And they're like, it's a problem, we want to be the best in the business, so we're going to go ahead and fix it. And they actually appreciate your feedback, where some companies, when they send YouTubers like myself stuff, they don't say it, but they more or less imply that we want a good review. Some people do it, some people don't. I try to give you the goods and the bads and let you decide if it's right for you or not. But I definitely think that even though I gave them I kind of beat this one up a little bit, they still came back and said, you know, hey, we appreciate your feedback. We have a new version. We'd like you to try it out, see what you think. So I want to give a thumbs up to Sunblesa for their business tactics, because I think they're definitely doing something right. All right, so on that note, I want to thank you guys for watching this. I appreciate it. And I have a surprise for you. Sunblesa did send me 2 of them. So I have a brand new one in the box. So make sure you stay tuned for a future giveaway. I have to decide how I'm going to do it, if I'm going to open up to Instagram or just you guys on YouTube, or if I'm going to have a contest type of a deal, whatever. But I do have one to give away to one of you guys. So stay tuned for that. That's coming in the near future. So as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.